Thanks for joining us in Talking Points. We are receiving a politician. Jacques MABOULA is the mayor of the Yabassi municipality in the Kam division of the littoral region of the Republic of Cameroon. He is the president of the Platform for a New Republic. Mr. Mayor, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. Good evening.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I'm honored to be invited by Equinox at this critical moment of our history.
Critical moment indeed. After the election organizing body elections, Cameroon made public the final the official list of candidates who are going to be taking part in the 7th of October presidential election. There were 28 in number, and now the list has reduced to 9 after 18 were simply rejected. 18 candidacy files were rejected, and one person, Jacques of the Messi political party, simply withdrew and decided to support the President of the Republic. What's your take on the list published by Elections Cameroon, the quality of the list?
I think presidential election is not a joke. So many people have been cheating on our ignorance, and now it's time for us to face the reality of the serious of this presidential election. I'm very grateful to all who in Inelekam did their job. Some of our candidates are now known by the people, but most of all, our representative and our hope, our dream for a new republic, Barrister Kerimona, is now part of the challenge, part of the battle. And I want all the nation to recognize that it's now possible for a man coming from the civil society to become the president of this nation. Political parties have failed in their vision of the change. Now it's time for us to raise as one nation, one people, united and indivisible, to make the hope be real. Now the hope of our new republic has a picture.
Right. Now, I'm not making a case here for women, but we can observe that it's an all-male list that has been published by Elections Cameroon. The 2 women who filed in their candidacies are simply been kicked out of the race by Elections Cameroon. Probably their files did not respect some requirements of the electoral code.
I think there were conditions. You had to have at least 1 municipal councillor. You have to bring out a caution of 30 million. There were so many conditions. I'm not sure all people that apply for the candidacy to presidential election were in rules. I think Elekam did a very good job. Now we have 9 persons engaged in the challenge. It's now to the people to decide who is the next president of this republic.
And among the 5 you have, among the 9 you have 5 persons who are coming into the race for their first time as flag bearers of their respective political parties. We equally have a man of God, a prophet, who is running the race. Are you seeing a tight race?
Tight race? No, because actually our country needs someone that can put an end to this embezzlement of funds, corruption, and also give a sight to a social development. And I think there is one among all those candidates who have a real profile of the best candidate. It's Akerimona. He's man coming from a civil society.
I should indicate that the platform which you're leading, the Platform for a New Republic, is standing behind him, supporting his candidacy.
Absolutely. The Platform for a New Republic is a platform of both parties and civil society organizations that decided to support the candidacy of Akerimuna. And because he's carrying a project, more better, a site of a new republic where all Cameroonians will be seen just like one people, one nation, without discrimination, with transport and public services functioning at a normal speed, so that nobody can be put aside of our progress. Equal chances for everyone. First of all, I'm sure that with Akerimuna, we are going to put the first step, the first pillar of our organization, that is democracy and good governance. After that, we'll put in place liberty and freedom and justice. Then we can reform our administration so that our administration is at the service of the people, not the people at the service of our administration.
No, campaign has not yet started.
So I think if we want to come out from what is actually being done in our nation, we need someone that could talk to all Cameroonians just like a father and tolerate what has been done in the past and bring out reconciliation within all Cameroonians without tribal consideration, without ethnic consideration, without partisan consideration and so on, but someone that can bring trust between government and governees. His experience as barrister, as international public servant, and many other careers he has been doing in the past can enable us to face the future with confidence.
All right, your candidates, Barrister Akeremuna, had a meeting with Professor Maurice Kamto of the Cameroon Renaissance Movement political party. He equally met with some leaders of other opposition political parties, officials of the Social Democratic Front and others, with the aim of working together to bring up a coalition that can present a single candidate from the opposition to go against the incumbent, President Paul Biya. Do we have something like that coming up?
By the grace of God, something will come out. But I think we should give all our strength and our energy focused on this election so that we can take advantage of the experience and the skills of Mr. Akeremuna. And I wish to all this party to recognize that it's time for change. It's not time for us to think at how we are going to bring our party at the top of the nation. We need to give hope to these people because our country is very suffering, our country is burning, and we don't need to cheat in this challenge because in front of us we have a governing party and a machinery working so hard that if we make a mistake, the people will not tolerate us. I pray God to give a chance for the new republic to come out as soon as possible so that by the day of October, by the month of October 2018, the next president is Mr. Akeremuna with the project of the new republic.
Now, there's some political leaders and civil society leaders who think that the only way for this to come to reality is for the opposition to come together. Without any coalition in the opposition, it's going to be practically impossible.
It will be difficult, but not impossible, because I think there is also possibility for all these parties to recognize we need to work together for economic reason, for strategic reason, for political reason, and for efficiency reason. Because it makes simpler for someone to tell a grandmother that there are two people in this challenge, and the best one is this. Instead of telling you have 9 candidates and you will have to choose one. But what we need now is somebody bringing out hope and trust. And for me, trust is transparency, good governance, and good management of our resources. Equally charged to all the councils. And I think Mr. Akeremuna, with his policy, with his vision, is someone that can make reconciliation between all the families of this nation. We need to face the future with trust and confidence.
But there are some barriers to the coalition, the coming together of forces of the opposition to go against incumbent President Paul Biya on the 7th of October. Barriers like personal egoism, personal stance over some issues and so on. I want to be at the head, I want to be at the tail, I want to be here and so on.
You are right. Selfishness is human nature, you know. Everyone wants to be at the top. But when you have when you have a tire damage on your road, you don't look for anyone. You look for the one who can repair the tire first. And regarding the rate of embezzlement of funds and corruption we have, what we need actually is somebody that is skillful to repair all this loss of money. And I think we can start with transparency in our governing process. We can start with good administration of our public service. We can bring out freedom and justice, and someone that represents for me all these criteria is Akerimuna. I wish everyone put aside selfishness and bring first the republic, the new republic, and the new way of thinking Cameroon for the next decades.
Thanks a lot, Jacques. MABOULA, you are the mayor of Yabas in the Kam division of the Littoral region of Cameroon and the president of the Platform for a New Republic, the platform supporting the candidacy of Akerimuna. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much, Mr. Babila.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us. That is for this edition of the news. Goodbye.